Hello everyone! In today's tutorial video I will show you some basic HTML form elements and attributes. So let's start with form attribute in our body. Okay. Next I will add some quick style here for our form. By the way, you can add any style, but I will use the fastest one. Display flex, direction, column, and position fixed. Okay. Here in our form, first attribute that will be used will be label. Okay. So basically the label attribute is a box for the name. So we just use name. And here we need to specify the ID of this label, because this label will be connected with our second main attribute, which is input. Okay, so first of all, here we need to specify the type of the input. In our case is text, because the name will be typed, and then we specify the ID which will connect this input with our label box. So we just put ID, name, then we'll add the name for our input, which will be name as well. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look. We got our name, we got our box. Okay, let me add very quick some buttons here. Okay, let me add the submit button. So we add input, type, it's submit, and the value. How will be button called? Submit as well. Okay, so we have our button. Refresh, button is here. So now it will submit our name, but as can you see, the name is submitted empty. So for example, if I want to make this box mandatory to fill, I will add here another attribute which is called required. And now I refresh that page and I'm trying to submit. I have this error, so it will not allow me to submit this form without a name. So add the name, press submit, and now I did submit my form. Okay, next box which we will add will be, let's add email. So it's the same structure, label. Here we put our email as a title. Here we press 4. So it will be our ID for input, email. Then here, in our input, I need to be careful because here the type will change to email. So email, ID, email, and name email as well. Email. Okay. Let's refresh. We have our box with email. So now we can put here a valid email. So what does this type do? It's validate our email. So if you will put text here, for example, I'll put text, See? Refresh the page, and now I can add anything here and submit it. You see? Email, some random letters, but when I put email here, email, refresh, and I'm trying same way. You see? It will not allow me, will ask me the correct format of the email. Okay. Next, what we will add, let's add phone. Okay, label, same way, phone. Let's use for phone. Okay. In our input, we use another type for phone. So, like, be careful with this one, because every time you need to use different types. For this one, we'll use tel value, like a telephone. Put ID, phone, and name, phone as well. So now our box for phone is created. See? Phone number appears here. But the same way, someone can put just letters here and submit. And this will be submitted. But I don't want to allow my users to put here letters. What I can do? I can put another attribute here. It's called pattern. And write some regular expression. In my case, it will be only digits, 0 to 9. Okay. Here we add, I think it's plus here, yeah. And now when I refresh this page, yeah, I'm trying to put letters here, it will not allow me. Another thing which we can use for a phone number, but basically for everything, is a placeholder. In this case, placeholder will show the user the correct input of the phone number. So if I want the area code, I will use +1, and I'll put some random numbers. Now when I refresh, the user sees the correct format which he needs to introduce. Okay. Okay, so another thing which we can use in our form. Let's say this form is for a doctor appointment, so it's like free doctors in that clinics. So we need to specify which doctor I want to book appointment. So we put here doctor, label for doctor, and then in this case, if I have a different option to select, I use another attribute which is called select, and it gives user options for select. So I use select, name, doctor, okay, ID doctor. I will close my anchor, and here I will add my options. I basically prefer to add first option as select. Okay, I think it does look more nice like that. So it will be like that. Select, and down below I specify the names of the doctor you want to select, for example. So option, value. So it will be the first value, so we put number 1, close the anchor. My first value will be Dr. Alex. Okay, I'll copy this. So we have 3 doctors, so we need 3 options. Okay. My second option will be Dr. Maria. And my third option, okay, let me check, value 3, will be Dr. Emma. Okay, here we go. Now, when I refresh this page, I have this box here. So it's select. Now I can choose which doctor I want. For example, I want Maria. I submit it, and now you see doctor value is 2. So it will not submit the doctor name. It will submit the value of our option. So value 2 is Maria. Okay, what we can do next? Next we can do, let's do a date. Date for our appointment. So label, date, label 4, date, and now put the input. So in this case, input will be date. So input type is date. Okay, we add our ID, date, name as well as date. Okay, and now when we refresh our page, you see the date appears here, so we can choose a date. But if, just in case, all the appointments are booked, yeah, before, for example, 25 December, so in this case I can use an attribute which is called min, and I can specify in which date, from which date I can start my appointments booking. So it will be 12, and for example, I don't know, 26. Okay, we refresh it, we check it. So now I can book the appointment only after 25 December. So just use min attribute. Okay, let's do the last one. So be time. Okay, label for time. Okay, so let me add this quick input, and as well here the type of the input will be different. So be time dot id, which is time. We add our name, time, and now when we refresh this page, you can see the time. But if you want to specify the time frame, for example, the doctor can take only one patient in half an hour, what we can use here? We can use attribute called step. So we press step equals, and here we need to specify the time frame, but be careful because this time frame should be specified in seconds, not in minutes, in seconds. So for example, if we need half an hour time frame, it will be 1800 seconds. So we put 1800 seconds. And now when I refresh my page, yeah, I put the email, put the phone number, select the doctor, put the date, and I'm trying to put the time, for example, 6:11. They'll ask me to put 6 or 6:30. So if I put 6, the form will be submitted. So basically that's it for today. Thank you for your attention. I hope you enjoyed my video. Goodbye.